people are entering people's properties for hunting purposes. I guess they just want to
Shoot something.
Absolutely. Without
Okay.
permission.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody today. There's nobody in the council chamber right at the moment. I'd like to call the meeting to order. All members of council are here with the exception of Councillor Strang, who may be joining a little later via Zoom. We also have our CAO, Peacock Joshi, with us today, and our office manager, Heather Stanek. And with that, I will ask for a resolution to adopt the agenda, please.
resolve the agenda for the meeting be adopted as circulated with the noted additions. Communication for Action, 5.5, Inclusion Selkirk International Day of People with Disabilities, and new and other business 6.9, Wildfire DFA, and 6.10, Northeast Red Watershed District Board appointments.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Pascarowicz, second, please. Councillor Sutherland, anything else that we need to add to the agenda, or if there's anything that you'd like to hold over to the next meeting? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. The next item is confirmation of minutes, and we have one set of minutes from our October the 28th meeting. If I could have a resolution, please.
Resolved that the minutes of October 28, 2025 regular meeting of council be adopted as presented.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, second, please. Councillor Belanger, any further discussion? Any corrections to those minutes or things that need to be changed at all? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, we have no delegations on this part of the meeting. We may have some people for the public hearings later on today, but we'll move on to communications for action, 5.1, Broken Head Ojibwe Nation, and that was the Indigenous Veterans Day ceremony.
Yes, Madam Mayor, as you know, the Indigenous Day ceremonies have already occurred on November 6th, 2025. But this is to recognize the people that attended, so resolved. Mayor Feeblecorn and Councillor Dave Sutherland be authorized for their attendance at the Broken Head Ojibwe Nation Indigenous Veterans Day at the Sergeant Tommy Prince School, which was held on November 6th, 2025.
And before I go ahead and ask for a mover and a seconder, that needs to be corrected because it was Deputy Mayor Corbus that was there and Councillor Sutherland.
Okay, so we'll read that resolution further again. So resolve Mayor Feeblecorn and Councillors David Horbus and Dave Sutherland be authorized for their attendance at the Broken Head Ojibwe Nation Indigenous Veterans Day at Sergeant Tommy Prince School, which was held on November 6, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, Councillor Spicer seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is carried.
And I might add, Dave, Councillor Horbus did a good job of representing.
And greetings.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
He even did the speech for me. He gave it to me. You wrote it? No problems?
Too funny. Okay, the next item, 5.2, is the AMM, or the Association of Manitoba Municipalities. I guess there is a webinar, Manitoba Justice Proposed Street Weapons Legislation. I'm not sure if anybody is interested to take in that webinar. I don't think that one was on our list, so can we receive it for information? And if somebody does decide that they want to
Councillor Sutherland
Councillor
is
Sutherland, but yes.
okay,
What's a webinar?
it's a webinar, yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
resolved, Councillor David Sutherland be authorized to attend the Manitoba Justice Proposed Street Weapons Legislation webinar via Microsoft Teams on December 3rd, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, Councillor Belanger seconds. All in favor? Opposed? And that is carried. Okay, 5.3 is the Selkirk District Community Foundation, and that is an invitation to a retirement for their executive assistant, I guess. I don't know exactly what Bev's title is.
I thought she was the executive
Director?
director.
Could very well be.
Okay. Well, it's honoring her for her retirement for the many years that she did put at the Selkirk Community District Community Foundation.
Right.
And so what we have is a resolution for resolve that Mayor Peebles-Corn be authorized to attend the Selkirk and District Community Foundation Retirement Party honoring Beverly Clegg at the Gaynor Family Library on November 21st, 2025.
No, it is December the 3rd. I think we have to respond
On
by the
December-
21st.
On December 3rd, thank you, Madam Mayor. On December 3rd, 2025.
Okay, I don't have it in my
Yes,
calendar.
it's in there.
But I am
Yes.
able to go, so. Okay, so can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, second, please. Counselor Sutherland, any discussion? If anybody else is wanting to attend, and I guess with Counselor Strang not being here, if she does decide, I'm not sure when she's back, so if she does go, we can get a resolution after, because she may want to go.
Sure.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so the other one is
Arm dinner.
the Association of Rural Municipalities Armed Dinner, and it's on the same day.
Oh, yeah, we have to vote on that.
Oh, sorry.
I think
Moving
I
too
had
quickly,
a,
I apologize.
I think I had a mover and a seconder, so
Yeah.
I'll call the question. All in favor, opposed, carried. Okay, moving on to the Christmas arm dinner, and that is on December the 4th, I believe.
Yes, Madam Mayor, it's on December 4th, same day as our Committee of the Whole meeting.
Right.
So this one starts at 5:30 p.m. For cocktails, the dinner is at 6, and it'll be at the TC Energy Center in Ile-des-Shane.
Okay,
So I'll read the resolution.
please.
The resolved Mayor Peebles-Corn and Councilors David Horbus and Dave Sutherland be authorized to attend the Association of Rural Municipalities Christmas dinner at the TC Energy Center in Ile-des-Shane, Manitoba on December 4th, 2025.
Okay, before I ask for a mover and a seconder, Rob, I'll put you in as the mover. This is the one if we wish we can bring our spouses, or it's open to staff also. So I'm not sure if yourself or any of the other staff are coming.
You didn't put your name down. You're not
He
going?
did, December the 4th.
Oh, here, sure.
Oh,
Oh,
Glenn
so-
Vassarowicz, yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Okay, I can put Glenn's name
Okay, so I'll just reread it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
yes, the spouses are allowed, as well as, I don't think staff need to be in the
in.
resolution.
No, but if there are any
Understand.
staff that are interested, they have the opportunity to attend.
I put me on my thing.
Well, you'll just have to let Heather know closer to the date.
Or we could just pass it if he
Yeah.
doesn't. Sure, I'll put his name in as well.
Yeah.
So, resolve Mayor Peebles-Corn and Councilors David Horbus, Dave Sutherland, and Glenn Vassarowicz be authorized to attend the Association of Rural Municipalities Christmas dinner at the TC Energy Center in Ile-des-Shane, Manitoba on December 4th, 2025.
Moved by Councillor Belanger, second please, Councillor Spicer. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. 5.5 is the Manitoba Disaster Management Conference.
Yes, Madam Mayor. And so it's resolved, this is the Disaster Management Conference. It'll be at the Canada School Park on January 28th to the 30th. Excuse me, and which councilors would like to attend? Yes.
Yeah, it usually is 3 days.
2 nights, 3 days.
Yeah, and I'm not sure.
I have nobody yet. Usually go Glenn, are you not interested?
Glenn, are you here or are you away? Or you don't know?
What is this discussion?
January 28th to the 30th at the Canadians.
It's a disaster management conference.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't cost anything to go, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
there
yes.
is.
Oh, there is? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Do you
Tyler.
want me to get in
Tyler will
touch
be
with you
going, yes.
closer to see if you're able?
Yeah, Tyler will be able to go.
Okay. Why don't we put it down and then Heather double check?
Yeah.
Resolve Mayor Peebles-Corn and Councilor Glenn Vassarowicz be authorized to attend the Manitoba Disaster Management Conference at the Canada School Park in Winnipeg, Manitoba on January 28th to 30th, 2026.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Horbus, second, please. Counselor Sutherland, any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, we will move on to, oh, no, 5.6, inclusion Selkirk, and that one was one that, for whatever reason, ended up in my junk folder, and I just found it yesterday, so I apologize for sending it in so late.
So this is, by inclusion Selkirk, it's at these four walls. It's a People First Canada documentary, and it's on December 3rd, 12:30 p.m. to 3:30 at the United Church in Selkirk, Manitoba. And so what I'll do is I'll read off the resolution for the attendance. And right now we have just Mayor Feeblecorn. Is anyone else interested in attending?
Is that not the same day as something else, December the 3rd?
There's a few, there's 2 or 3 December 3rds.
Yeah, Bev Clegg's retirement is also December the 3rd.
And this is the fourth.
Bev's is the 3rd. The 4th is ARM.
And we still have, I've got written down a cow at,
The
On the
4th.
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah, so, what time is this one? Deepak, I'm sorry.
The call is at 10?
This
Well-
one is at
The call?
No.
It's
it's-
12 p.m. It's in the
12,
afternoon,
okay,
but
so
it goes
Bev's
on till
is
3:30.
later.
Bev's is at
Okay, leave my name there, I'll make a pop in for just a bit.
But the call is on December the 4th at 10 o'clock, not 9:30. Is that correct?
That's what I have down.
I believe that's what we said, 10 o'clock.
the old show place, so,
Thank you.
Get to sleep a half
Just
hour
keep
longer.
10:30 on and come back.
Resolved, Mayor Feeblecorn be authorized to attend the Inclusion Selkirk International Day of People with Disabilities celebration at the United Church, Selkirk, Manitoba on December 3rd, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazaroa and Councillor Boulanger seconds, all in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, moving on to new and other business. The first item we have is the Grand Marais Rec Association, the Santa Claus Parade and Breakfast in Grand Marais.
Correct, Madam Mayor, and what they're asking for is the use of the streets
Yeah.
along the parade route that they have to get a resolution for. And they've explained it starts at 11:45, finishes at 12:25, and then they'll be obviously having some breakfast and / lunch.
Well, the breakfast will be before the parade, isn't it usually?
It usually is. I know I've done both, so.
The parade will conclude at the Grand Marais Rec Center where a light lunch will be provided for all participants this time.
What's that date?
It's on December 6th. And I think we usually participate in this event as well.
Yeah. Whoever wishes to come along on the parade route, that would be great.
So I'll read out the resolution related with the parade itself. And
Thank you.
so whereas the Grand Marais Recreation Association has submitted a request to utilize a portion of Grand Beach Road, Donald Street, and a portion of Matilda Avenue to host a community Santa Claus parade, therefore be it resolved, council authorized the Grand Marais Recreation Association to utilize a portion of the Grand Beach Road, Donald Street, and a portion of Matilda Avenue for the Santa Claus parade being held on December 6, 2025, starting at, I don't think it's starting at 12:30, I think it's starting at 11:45 a.m. until, and finishing at 12:30 p.m. or until the duration of the parade. And further be it resolved, Mayor Feeblecorn and councilors be authorized to attend the Grand Marais Recreation Association annual Santa Claus breakfast and parade in Grand Marais, Manitoba on December 6, 2025.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Horbus, second, please. Councillor Spicer, any further discussion? Go ahead.
So I guess we'll have the truck at the fire hall ready to go?
I think probably that's what will be arranged. That's what they've done in the past for us, so hopefully it'll be up there, and whoever is going will drive up and the truck will be there waiting for us.
Okay.
So you're correct, that's 11:45 it starts.
Okay,
So option pay
have a
is
mover, have a a seconder. Did I call the question? Call the question, all in favor, opposed, carried.
You think I have somewhere to go?
So it,
Yeah.
it doesn't really say who's going then, right?
It just
mayor
says
and-
council.
Mayor and council,
Everybody.
so everybody's invited. Could-
Everybody's, yeah, authorized to attend.
Figure out.
It's
so-
within
And I
the
don't
RM.
even know if, yeah, if we need a resolution, because it is within the RM, so.
So if you just went yourself, you have to drive the truck if nobody else showed up.
I'd find somebody to drive the truck, because I wouldn't.
Damn, so I ain't driving the truck.
Well, you drove that one year, me and Dave gave candies, right?
Yeah.
You drove.
Just a little ways.
No,
Well, the whole route you drove.
last year too you drove.
Yes, you did.
Or else your wife drove once, no.
No, Sandra drove part one year.
Sandra, was Sandra in Van Lake?
Not that I remember.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Okay, so we're agreed you're driving, because Dave and I have to walk and can't deal.
Well, I can't
It's a
walk.
standard.
I
right?
can't walk, so
I know,
maybe I
but-
can just ride and wave.
I understand, that's where we did it that way.
Yeah. Okay, the next item, 6.2, option pay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor,
I think
and I'll
Deepak's gonna walk us through this
I'll walk
one.
you through this one. So what we're recommending is moving to option pay as an opportunity to utilize for credit and debit processing in the RM. We don't have a credit option available, and more municipalities are beginning to offer this as an option that people can pay through credit card, but the user fees are put back onto the applicant or the person utilizing the credit card. So it's being used now by multiple RMs, and we've been getting a lot of requests from citizens, anywhere from paying bills to taxes to utilities,
What
as the
about the
bills,
landfill?
and the landfill. We've been getting people for the landfill. What I'm recommending and what we're recommending is to move forward with this option pay model, which is a product which there's no cost to the municipality, as well as the equipment that's provided. There's no cost for utilizing the equipment. And it notifies the person in advance of what the fee will be before they go to pay. So they have the option at that point of accepting
Comes up on the
it.
screen?
Correct.
Says,
And we'll have to develop a communication mechanism associated with it. I recommend that what we do is we start off with the office, and then we'll explore putting it at the landfill, because there's other challenges that we want to make sure we have proper internet access, all those things, and no failure in the middle of a transaction. And the way it works is that they give you, the information is sent back to you within 48 hours. Is that correct? I think 48 hours.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And so within 48 hours, the money is transferred into your account. And so the option paid will, as an example, if there was a bill for $5, an option paid may charge an additional $2 for processing fees. So it'd be a $7 charge to the resident. Whoever's choosing to do that, if they prefer to get their points on their cards. Obviously, this begins to increase dramatically when you start doing, so what they do is they process the bill, and within 48 hours, the account is transferred over to us. They do notify us regularly, and we have records to manage with our finance, what's been processed, and then we are required to then verify all that information. The significant part that I wanted to cover with you is those costs. So a payment of $250 could have a fee of $7.80. A payment of $1,000 could have a fee of $31. A payment of taxes, somewhere $2,500 could be $77 as a fee, or $6,000 would be $186 to the resident. So this way, at least the people know, if they think that it's worthwhile utilizing the credit card for that purpose, that's their choice.
Go ahead, Councillor
do
Horbus.
we have, this is credit card we're doing, right? What about a debit card? Do we take debit cards, or we do it already? So there's no fee for that, correct? Okay.
There's always.
The fee is directly to the applicant. Like you get so much transaction fees on your debit card, depending on the kind of account you
Yeah,
have.
but I mean, it's nothing to the RM,
No.
like, okay. Okay.
Do we have debit at the landfill?
I don't think we have debit at the land.
It's straight cash. isn't
Straight
it?
cash. This would allow us to start introducing debit as well.
Robin, then Glenn, sorry.
I just, as the amounts go up, the fees go up, and it just makes you wonder, it just makes me wonder, like, what effort is it for them to transact a $1,000 transaction or a $6,000 transaction? Type the figures, done, but they're gonna, these fees, I don't understand.
This is the whole credit card scenario, right?
Yeah.
Credit cards have been charging this, that's why most of the municipalities have never gone down this road, because when people wanted to have this, that just was an additional cost at no advantage. Now that they're beginning to offer this as an option, and it's beginning to happen on almost every type of transaction. Even services you're getting at your home now, if you want to pay by credit card, they're charging you the fee as opposed to them taking on that fee. So paying by credit card is becoming harder and harder.
I don't,
Stupid.
go ahead, Glenn.
Anyway, we talked about this years ago. And worst case scenario, you come in here and you pay your taxes, excuse me, with a credit card, be it $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever. Right? And they're using a credit card because they got cash. Now, if they don't pay this, what happens? Does the RM assume the property? Does the credit card company assume their property? Like, how does Credit this card work? company, that's their bill. Once they pay us, it's over.
Correct.
Yeah.
Credit card company pays us,
Yeah.
and the credit card company would have to find a way of collecting.
So they'll put a lien on their property,
They-
perhaps put it in tax.
They
sale
can't
or
put
stake
it, credit card companies can't put a lien on people's property.
They'll just.
Okay, come after them personally, that's.
Yeah, they'll
They
go.
go-
We're seeing of that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. It's just, like I said, worst case scenario, somebody's gonna throw the credit card down and lose everything they own. You think?
Yeah, but if I pay by
Worst case
credit
scenario.
card, if I pay by credit card at a store or something, I don't see any transaction fee or anything like that.
Not right now at the stores, because the stores,
They're absorbing the.
they're
fee.
absorbing that fee. Municipalities weren't willing to absorb the fees for those large transactions. And so now this option has become available, municipalities are beginning to roll out, such as Lactabani, Stewart Burn, Donauer that we've shown here, and
Right.
many other municipalities are beginning to do that. But since these fees for debit machines, credit machines are becoming more and more expensive, you're beginning to see more and more retail and service industry people pushing that fee back onto.
Be back to
Service.
cash.
Service, yeah, not that much retail, but mostly
Service is
service.
becoming that way.
Especially sometimes if it's just a little fee, like $20, but if it's more, then they charge you, for it, because they have to pay.
Yeah, these are the fees that we would have been paying by those credit card companies.
Go ahead, Glenn.
The other thing on credit cards, if you draw money on a credit card, you're paying the juice right now at that moment.
Correct.
It kicks in.
Correct.
Now with this,
Re-
we consider cash services.
Yeah, realistically, it wouldn't make sense to pay for your property taxes off of a credit card, because you'd be paying interest on that immediately if you don't have the money. On top of that, the interest is higher, and normally we don't, if you were delayed on your credit cards or your taxes, we don't go into tax sale process until 3 years, until the third year.
Just, like I say, there's a scary scenario there. People gotta know this, but if they don't, and they're desperate, and that card comes out, and I've seen people get in trouble many times.
Go ahead, Rob.
What a lot of people do, I know for me, you get a pile of air miles. So you pay your taxes with your credit card, and you've got the cash anyway. You just go home and you pay it off.
Right.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
if you can do it, yeah.
Yeah.
The
that's-
ones that are managing their dollars, it's a good option.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta,
Go ahead, Scott.
you have to do your calculation whether your fee is more than what you're gonna get in
Your
revenue.
miles.
Yes, like for $6,000 of 186, you would have gotten 6,000 points. 6,000 points doesn't translate. I think it translates to about $60. in points.
But I mean, you get time to pay, if you get a bill, if you get your tax bill, and you pay with the credit card, you get so many days credit with the credit card. Still,
Correct.
Not if they call it cash.
it's not cash.
No,
Cash is cash, like if you
Yeah.
go and you wanna get money on your credit card, like cash,
Yes, yes.
then you pay rental,
Instantly,
yeah.
Okay, so are we wanting to put this process?
We're recommending that we would adopt this, and at least it's another option that's becoming consistently being applied by municipalities around us. So for those people that would like to take advantage of the option, this is their option.
well, people have been requesting it.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, do you have a resolution or,
I do, Madam Mayor.
okay?
And so for the resolution of option pay, be it resolved that the administration be authorized to move forward with the implementation of the optional pay system, beginning with the municipal office and subsequently the landfill office, with both locations to be operational prior to January 1st, 2026.
Okay, can I have a mover, please? Councilor Bazarowicz moves, Councilor Corbett seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried.
And if we, just as a note, if we run into issues, we'll bring it back, and if we have trouble bringing it into the landfill.
Okay, 6.3 on our agenda is from Selkirk Biz, and it's the multi-chamber holiday mixer sponsorship event, or they want some sponsorship, and I think that is actually next Thursday evening at Gaffers.
That's right, Madam Mayor, Thursday and November 27th. It's at Gaffers for this multi-chamber event, and they're looking for various sponsorship as part of that event. And since it is happening in our own RM, we're recommending that we adopt it, or that we do a sponsorship. And we're recommending $500 as a candy sponsor.
Okay. Any questions, gentlemen? Okay, did we have a resolution for
Yes, we did.
anybody to attend this? Like, this is the sponsorship part of it. Did we do a resolution for attendance at this event yet?
They didn't invite us.
No, I think
I
we
think
did
it's
get
a-
an invitation.
For chamber,
It's for businesses, I guess.
Okay, bring the resolution forward.
Rob's got some.
Go
No.
ahead,
No.
Rob.
I know where you're going, yeah, it just seems odd that they want a sponsorship, but the RMs, counselors, if they so choose to attend, haven't been invited.
I guess personally, to me, that makes no sense whatsoever, because we are part of the chamber in Selkirk, like we're part of Selkirk Biz. So why would we not have been invited to the event? Because it's Selkirk Biz, Springfield, and Indigenous Chamber of Commerce.
I'm gonna email them.
Email them because we haven't had a meeting, I haven't attended a meeting, I haven't been invited to a meeting.
No inviting, no candy.
Well, and see, I know they have somebody that's taken over now as kind of what Sherry used to do.
Beatrice, or
Megan
Megan,
Crombie.
what's Beatrice?
Probably.
But I guess, yeah, and I guess the thing is, when I saw Brett at one of the events just recently, he thought that it would be a good idea if the chamber came and addressed council, like just to say where they're at and that they got this new executive assistant or whatever her title is, so. Well, can we come back to this one? Maybe Heather will find out a little bit of information. Like, I don't remember seeing anything as far as an invitation to it.
no, it's just the request.
It's not for 2 weeks yet, why don't we put it on hold and then we can even do a record or a electronic vote, or if we're not meeting again until.
I have a suggestion.
Go ahead, Scott.
This is in our municipality, I think we should go ahead with this and then check on the other later. Because they're gonna need to know who the sponsors are,
Right.
or aren't.
Yeah, I would support that, giving the money and then figuring it out. I'm not sure unless it's somehow not gotten to the right party.
Well, you'd think I would've got an email, because I sit on that as a counselor in St. Clements.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Go ahead, Glenn.
This might be a left field, but didn't we talk about sponsored chambers in that years ago that we wouldn't do it?
Well, if it was years ago, my memory's not that good and I probably wouldn't remember.
Because it was something to do with the chamber, like why would we give our citizens money to our businesses?
Well, I'm just looking here because I did see something about that.
But you're saying there's some new folks working there?
Mhm.
Maybe they, oversight.
Could be. I could,
Like if you didn't get one either, you should be on the board.
I sit on the board, so
It sounds like maybe somebody missed it.
a simple call to Brett tomorrow would fix this up.
Well, then too, I think who this came from is actually from the RM of Springfield Chamber, or Springfield Chamber of Commerce from Shandy.
Well, that's probably why.
Yeah, this is a mix of the two chambers.
Yes.
Yeah, for more information on sponsorship, though, it says info@springfieldcommerce.com or call Shandy, and then her phone number is on here.
Well, Springfield, what's that got to do with
Well,
us?
I can bring something up in camera about this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Okay, so do we want to pass the resolution, or do you want to hold off
I
until
would
we?
hold off.
Hold off till later in the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then we are at the Grand Marais Rec Association, the sponsorship for the Santa Parade.
Yes, Madam Mayor, so what they were looking for is $200 for sponsorship towards providing the food and festivities
Great.
for the event.
Yeah.
And so we're recommending approval, and so as we do every year, so resolve council approve the following 2025 grant request, Grand Marais Recreation Center, 2025 Santa Claus Parade, $200.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, second. Councillor Sutherland, all in favor? Opposed? Carried. And curbside collection.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think I have some good news here. As part of this, what we have is, as you know, the curbside contract had expired, but we've continued to extend it because we weren't sure what was happening with the multi-material stewardship in Manitoba, who had decided that they were going to this extended producer responsibility, which was going to take over the recycling component of it. And because of that, we continued to delay it. And at the last request, where we were looking at extending it again, it was recommended, the price came in fairly significantly higher than we had anticipated, and felt that it was important to probably go out to an RFP. We went out to the RFP for this service, and what I can tell you is, one, unfortunately, our current provider is come out as the highest price, and we have a very competitive price from our supplier. In talking with Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba about when they will be rolling out this extended producer responsibility program, it looks like it could be anywhere from a year to 3 years. They've been saying that for the last 3 years, and so we felt that it was important to sign on to a 3-year contract and then extend it beyond that. Because even if they do this new program, the new program will probably roll out in Winnipeg first, and then they'll go out to the rural areas, because that's where they're looking at putting the responsibility of recycling directly on to the providers of those recyclable materials. So with this curbside collection program, we received 3 bids. The 3 bids were GFL, Bristol, and Emterra. And I'm happy to say that unfortunately Emterra, I'm not happy to say, but unfortunately Emterra has come in the highest and did not win the bid. But I'm happy to say that GFL, a very strong provider, has been able to provide a bid. And if you take a look at the pricing that we're getting on for processing and waste pickup and for processing, what we're looking at is lower than the prices we're paying at the 2025 rate, moving forward for the next 3 years. So even at the end of those 3 years, the next 3 years will be lower than what we are paying today. So that's a great thing.
Yes.
There is an opportunity to show a reduction in our bill to our residents, because this is a direct cost to the residents as part of that. So we're anticipating there will be a savings. We don't know what exactly, we've anticipated some of that, and I can discuss that with you as an internal numbers, but we won't know actually until after the program has been put in place, because what we're looking at is extending, not starting it till February of this year, so that we don't run into any major issues, stick with the current provider through that Christmas break and when all that material and everything's happening. And our current provider, Emterra, has agreed to continue on until the end of January. Now, their prices may come in a little higher at that point, so that's where we're kind of anticipating that there might not be, but in following years, we are anticipating the savings. So I think what we can say is that there will be probably a savings to our residents cheaper than it was when it first got started on this program.
Yeah, it's,
Go ahead,
doesn't happen
Councillor.
very often.
No, it doesn't happen, so it's good news. on that.
Councillor Belanger and then Councillor Spicer.
When we find out the amount that the savings will be, can we make sure we get that in our newsletter?
We certainly will.
Like a bit of a highlighted area,
Thank you.
you know, in 2026, council has worked hard to da-da-da-da, and whatever that number is, you'll be paying this much less. That's big news.
So,
Just a minute, sorry.
so for this,
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Scott.
This sounds great. The only question I had, and it's kind of picking at it a little bit. So our existing bins were purchased through Emterra. They've been totally paid for, so
Correct.
there's no issue with changing.
there's no issue with changing, there's no issue with changing with GFL. GFL has also given us assurance that they have the trucks and equipment, so there's no delay in bringing in equipment as well. So
our-
usually whenever you get
our
into these
size
kinds of
bin Works with.
works
their
with them,
equipment.
works with their equipment, and usually when you get into these types of contracts, they would need to buy equipment and so forth, so they need lots of lead time to bring the equipment to be able, because they normally would not have trucks and things standing by. But as you know, the competition is pretty fierce out there, and sometimes they lose one, they gain one, and so forth.
So if our current provider tells us they want $1 million more, can GFL step in sooner and take it, or no? Or do we have a contract date with our?
We already
current
have an
supplier?
agreement with our current provider.
Okay, but you're saying they might want more money now?
If, I'm just saying, if there ends up being more, it can't be exorbitant amounts otherwise.
Yeah, well, they will want more because they'll be upset that they don't have the contract anymore.
We already have got that agreement. They've already been told.
No,
Yeah, you're just
Just making
still
sure.
figuring out what the numbers are to be.
Exactly what the numbers will be.
Yeah, and I think when you and I spoke about it the other day when we were going over the agenda, like, we don't have to worry about the bins because they can use the same bins, so there's no extra cost there for the municipality either, so.
Yeah, that's the advantage of those bids that are standardized right across the board.
Yeah. Go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
Well, but really, it sounds like they're going to provide the same level of service as Ontario, right? So we have nothing to lose. So,
Okay.
And to find, to actually get it maybe possibly cheaper, that's,
Well, there'll be hiccups at first, because it's new to them.
Yeah.
Once they get it all worked out, it should be.
And hopefully by the time that happens, we'll be able to do the communication to our residents about the savings at the same time.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag about it, but it's working good.
Okay, so I think, did we do a resolution or not
Not
yet? Okay.
Okay, and so, whereas the current curbside collection contract expires on December 31st, 2025, and whereas the Roman Municipality of St. Clements issued RFQ 2025-10 for the provision of residential curbside collection services consisting of a 3-year term with the option to extend annually for up to an additional 2 years. And whereas 3 submissions were received and evaluated in accordance with the municipal procurement policies, and whereas GFL Environmental submitted the most competitive bid and demonstrated sufficient qualification, experience, and capacity to provide reliable curbside collection services, and whereas the administration recommends a contract start date of February 3rd, 2026 to ensure an orderly transition and to avoid operational challenges associated with the Christmas and New Year period. Therefore, be it resolved that council award the curbside collection contract for residential refuse and recycling collection to GFL Environmental for a 3-year term commencing February 3rd, 2026, with the option for annual extensions for up to an additional 2 years. And be it further resolved that the mayor and chief administrative officer be authorized to execute the agreement and any related documents on behalf of the municipality.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Spicer, second Councillor Belanger. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, that is carried. Did you lose it? You see a little,
I did.
well, that's what we have to do. Go ahead. The next item is a development agreement change in ownership.
Yes, Madam Mayor. And so, as you know, the construction of the, as part of our sale of our land, there was a requirement to get into a development agreement because the owner had to meet certain requirements, go through the subdivision process and so forth. As part of that, we allowed them to construct on our land as we finalized the agreement. As we were going through this, the owner has looked at, now that they've coming close to finalizing all this material, they've established a separate corporation that'll be managing that area, and they're calling themselves, as opposed to Shinko Developments, which is the parent company, but they have a separate company, which will be East Selkirk Village Incorporated, that will be managing this. And they're calling it the East Selkirk Village as part of it. And so with that, we're having to repass the resolution to be able to sign the agreement now with East Selkirk Village Incorporated as opposed to Shinko Developments, which was the original site. So that's what this resolution's about. Consistently with this, there's another part of it that's coming forward. I'll come later on in the agenda, which is the survey for the straightening of the road. There was some errors on that survey, and so we're having to correct that, so we'll do both those. So at this point, we're putting forward a resolution basically to change the signing of the development agreement with from Shinko Property or Shinko Development to East Selkirk Village Incorporated. And that's the land, so I'll
That's
bring
the
forward the
Shinko here.
resolution.
Yeah.
It is still, Shinko is just one of their subsidiary companies.
Go ahead, Councillor Spicer.
So I'm fairly certain that there are certain things that whichever company this is signed with, like letters of credit and fees and so on and so forth. From an RM perspective, we're still covered for all of those things
Correct.
that we would be concerned about?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So whereas subdivision file number S24-3088, Shimco Properties requires a development agreement, and whereas the Shimco Development has sold a company to East Selkirk Village Incorporated, therefore requiring signing of the same agreement with a new developer's name. And whereas the property that is legally described as A-9229 has subdivided into 3 lots and 2 lots that will be sold and transferred to East Selkirk Village Incorporated. And therefore be it resolved, the development agreement and the land transfer documents be signed between the Arm of St. Clements and East Selkirk Village Incorporated and the mayor and CAO to authorize the sign and seal the same.
Thank you. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Corbis, Councillor Bazarowicz seconds, all in favor, opposed, carried.
There'll be no extra cost to us at all,
No,
right?
zero extra costs. It's just a process, just making sure that in the future they're responsible for all their requirements.
Okay, 6.7 on the agenda, it's surplus lands.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. What we have here, and I can bring it up a little further on the map for you on your screens, is that we have received an unsolicited request. So some landowners next to this property have requested to see if they can buy this land. The land was acquired through tax sale. One was acquired in 2018, I think. Yes, one was acquired in 2018, and the other one was in 1942. And so they've been sitting as landlocked parcels. They have no real benefit.
Locked?
Landlocked.
Oh, yeah,
That means
no, I
they're-
understand, yeah.
So there's no road access to these, so they've been sitting there for all this time. And so the property owners have asked, or specific property owners, neighboring property owner has asked for them, but as per our policy, we have to offer it to all surrounding properties.
Is it big acreage or?
Yes.
And there's an
One
assessment,
is and one small.
One is a 1 acre and the other is 20 acres.
and there's assessed values for these.
Correct.
Okay.
Can you,
So at this point, all we're declaring is a surplus so that we can proceed to the process of going through. Because we have to come to council to declare land a surplus in the first place. And that's what this is about. And we're letting you know, if we had acquired, we needed to verify first if we had acquired these lands for any other purpose. And it doesn't look like it. They were just, they came to us in tax sale. And I brought it to council to see if the council was aware of anything unique associated with it.
could you bring it up so you see exactly where that is? Just
Sure.
kind of, be curious.
Yeah, roll
I think it was
5,
here on Road
3, 5,
86 somewhere.
5, 3, 1, 500. I'll bring it up right now.
Can you share your screen, Deepak?
On these screens, that's disappeared. My screen should be shared.
No, not mine. I don't.
Oh,
No, Corbis can't either.
I don't know. I have problems.
I don't know what's going on today. Our TV's shutting down.
I got
They had
that.
a
I got
big
that screen.
problem with electronics downtown, but the ATMs are working, or not ATM.
Yeah. So it's up on the screen there, I apologize.
It's okay. I just wanted to.
So we'll bring that other one up for you. Okay,
So, where are we here?
let me just shut off the curbside collection colors.
Oh, leave it to Chinese.
And 5, 3, 1, 500.
So this is up by Grand, it's off of 500?
I don't know, I'm just, that's what curious word.
I think it's closer.
I thought it was around Road 86 or
80,
something.
yeah, between 86 and
Closer
87,
to Levo.
Oh,
Great.
by 32 east.
So what's the nearest, give me the road nearest to it, what's that,
32 east
got it, got
on
it.
the right,
Okay,
87 on the north,
Good.
and 86 to the south.
Okay, so that's in the half mile then. That's where I was
Okay.
kind of looking at it, because I thought, why would
Yeah.
they be selling what's supposed to be a road allowance, but it's in the half mile?
Correct. Doesn't look like it was ever
So you
Ever
can't access it at all?
Well, look where it is, it's right in the center.
No, there's no access.
It's dead in the middle there.
Well, the green is where it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's stuck right in there.
and
Well, isn't there road going there?
No.
No.
There.
The
No,
other part is that 1 acre that's supposed to be the road, that could have been a road allowance from 1942.
it's just,
So somebody could use it as a road allowance?
no, because there's no road
There's
on the other
nothing
side.
on either side though.
Yeah.
There's nothing
So
to
it's
the
one of those
east or
that
the
not-
west.
That might have been contemplated, it's similar to all the little road allowances and back lanes in Lebo.
Anybody that's butting up to it.
Never really happened.
Can you, I want to
Who's
see
it
it
next
more
to?
north.
Who's the
That's
land next to it?
what, did you say Road 87?
Yeah, Road 87 to the north,
Close to where
So-
Hank Wheeler's property is, or no? I
That's
don't
one of the
expect
owners.
you know Hank Wheeler, but Dave knows what I'm talking about.
It's 87 and 31, Davy.
87 and 31.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, it's a spot right in the middle of a.
and
hang on.
this is the other,
Oh,
I have no idea who those people are.
this is the other one.
Yeah, really. Good hunting, bro.
Were you
So
saying-
we'll be contacting all
were
of
you
these
saying
owners
these
that
were
are
yours?
abutting this.
Are these wrong? Were these yours? Are you saying?
I don't know, because they look the same. We got our glasses mixed up. Why, you having trouble with those?
No, I
Oh, that's
thought you
okay.
were motioning
Want to try
No,
one?
I just thought you looking, I was wondering if you
to, oh,
were, if it wasn't, if they weren't working for you, that's all.
Okay, so all we're doing today is declaring these two parcels as surplus land.
Correct.
were yours?
And then we'll contact those individuals that are surrounding those lands.
Right.
So we'll contact those individuals that are surrounding those lands, and then we'll let them know. So there would be a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 property owners that would be contacted. Some of them might be the similar property owners that will be contacted, saying that the RM is looking at disposing these. Are you interested? And then we look at
Go
it.
for their.
And we'll be doing a closed bid process
Okay, that's, you might question it.
with a reserve bid and a closed bid process.
Will they know what the reserve is?
Yeah, which would be most likely the assessed price.
Which probably is not much on one parcel.
City task needs glasses.
Yeah.
Would
would
it
be
be
much
the
more.
assessed value or the,
He comes and says, "You got my glasses."
Actual.
Real estate.
the not, we have a formula that we
Why need
use.
that for?
Yeah, we could determine that.
175 doesn't cover your two.
Okay, I think there's a resolution to go with this, and if it can be brought forward, then we'll try and move this forward.
You go.
Certainly.
You don't want it?
So, surplus lands, whereas properties legally described as Lot 1, Plan 19203, and Northeast 17-15-6E are owned by the Rural Municipality of St. Clements, and whereas both properties were acquired through tax sale and are landlocked, and therefore be it resolved that council deem the two properties as surplus, and further be it resolved that council instruct administration to complete the sale in accordance with policy 333, disposition of assets.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Spicer, Counselor Bazarowicz seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, 6.8, Interlake Tourism Guide.
Yes, Madam Mayor, they're asking us for, it's coming up for sponsorship again on their advertisement in the tourism guide for a quarter-page ad. And the quarter-page ad is $425, and we're recommending that we take that. It's a good opportunity to get information out about the RM.
Yeah. Go ahead, Counselor Spicer.
Is this the one that we had concerns about, or was that the eastern one?
I think it was the eastern one.
Okay.
Yeah, not the tourism guide. Okay, so. Resolve Council approves the purchase of a quarter-page advertisement in the 2026 Interlake Tourism Guide at the cost of $425 plus applicable taxes.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Boulanger, Counselor Horbus seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call a question. All in favor, opposed, and that is carried. And 6.9, wildfire DFA.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This was added at the last minute, and I had originally had it as just an item for discussion to give council a heads up that we would be looking at this, but since then Tyler was away sick before, and he was able to get it in time. And what this is we've had discussions with the province of Manitoba, who are looking at providing DFA support for assistance for the 2025 wildfires that did occur this year, and that could be for some of the preparation efforts. It also provides opportunity for not only relief of some of the work that was included in there, which will also include some of our public works work, where we had to use some of our equipment to manage the roads, and some of the roads had gotten damaged through some of the process there at that time. Along with that, our costs for our firefighters and firefighting equipment, as well as to do some long-term wildfire mitigation strategies, which could be doing things such as cutting grass a little bit more, so that in those areas, doing a little bit more brushing, and then we can build that in, because there's some, that was part of the problem when fires jump from road to road to road. And we'll see if the province likes that idea, and whether we can get funding to be able to do that as part of our budget process on a yearly basis.
Okay. If you have a resolution, we'll bring it forward, please.
Yes. And whereas areas within the municipality, including the Lebo area, were impacted by the 2025 wildfires and required emergency response and recovery actions. And whereas the province of Manitoba has established the 2025 Wildfire Disaster Financial Assistance Program to support municipalities affected by the wildfire-related damages and costs. Therefore, be it resolved that council authorize the manager of protective services to apply to the province of Manitoba for disaster financial assistance, and to undertake all necessary steps to prepare and submit the required documentation related to the 2025 wildfire event.
Thank you. Can I have a mover? Counselor Boulanger moves, Counselor Gazaroa seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, call a question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, 6:10, the Northeast Red Watershed District Board appointments.
Yes, Madam Mayor. They're seeking direction from council regarding any changes to the RM St. Clements appointments to the Northeast Red Water District Board, and to confirm the status of those citizen representatives on the positions themselves. What we have is from Lower Cooks Creek is Rob Boulanger. We have a vacant position there, and one spot is open. The Broken Head River has 2 seats, Councilor Horbus and Rick Hoffer, and we're still waiting for Mr. Hoffer to confirm. And Catfish Creek and Gull Lake are 2 seats, Councilor Horbus and Rick Hoffer again. And then Doubles Creek with 2 seats, Councilor Sutherland with Brian Chorney, and Mr. Chorney has confirmed that he's willing to remain. Red River, there's 2 seats, Councilor Spicer and Dennis Pataski, and Mr. Pataski has confirmed that he's willing to remain.
So we have one vacant position then as a citizen rep?
We have 1 vacant as a citizen rep, and 1 we're waiting for a response on.
Who are you waiting for, Hofer?
Correct.
Yeah, but in all fairness, this only came today.
Yeah.
So I only emailed him today.
Okay.
So
You
I,
can get a hold of him.
Sorry?
You can reach out to him.
Okay, yeah.
I tried, but just in case.
so Counselor Boulanger, anybody that you can think of that might be interested?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe if we could get a hold of them, if you leave the names with
Yeah, I'll
Heather,
get together.
and she can reach out and see if we can't. My suggestion was gonna be perhaps Mr. Pataski might be interested in sitting on the other side too, so like on another part, but I don't know when they all meet, so,
Yeah, we all meet differently.
yeah, so. Okay, go ahead, Counselor Horbus.
So for this thing, we don't pay 20 grand every year for it, okay, to join this? We paid 20 initially, So we gotta pay $20,000 every year.
Yeah,
This will be the second or third year we're into it, right?
Second.
Second, so $40,000. And what did St. Clements get out of it so far?
Nothing yet.
well, last year you got the farmers got $137,000 for nitrogen management.
St. Clements?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this year isn't finished yet.
So, question. You were saying St. Clements farmers got, or St. Clements farmers could have applied to, got. So there were some St. Clements farmers that applied or whatever and received and, okay.
Okay, so do we need to do anything with this today, or will it be
No,
brought
it's
back
just
for?
brought back for any other, if any decisions need to be made for
Okay,
new members, but it's just as information for today.
okay, perfect. So if there's nothing else on the watersheds, we'll move on to the finances. We're down to number 7 on our agenda, which is the accounts and the financial
So they
statement.
don't need confirmation?
They do, we'll take care of that, but for information right now, we have the ones that are confirmed. We're still needing to confirm one, and we still need to identify an additional person. And it looks like all council members that are on their districts are still willing to stay on. So, the next is our closed list of accounts. Resolve council approve the November 18th, 2025 list of accounts, check numbers 25001287 to 25001427 in the amount of $2,638,320.26 for payment.
Can I have a mover, please? Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Sutherland, second, please. Counselor Bazarowicz, any further discussions, questions, comments on the list of accounts for this time around? Not seeing any hands raised, so I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. And I believe we have a financial statement till the end of October, so if we could have a resolution for that, please.
Resolved that the October 31st, 2025 financial statement be adopted as presented.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Borges, second, please.
Councilor Sutherland?
Counselor Spicer, any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Oh, shoot.
Thank you,
And
Madam Mayor, and then
the next we have is, sorry, I got my
Gaynor family.
Gaynor Family Regional Library Grant.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is our last installment of our annual grants as part of our agreement with the Gaynor Family Regional Library for our share. And so this is for $57,000 plus for it. And I think we can resolution for that.
Please.
So resolved, council approved the payment of $57,498.75 to the Gaynor Family Regional Library as our 4th installment of 2025 annual operating grant.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Borges, Counselor Bazarowicz, second. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I will call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, we are at number 8 on our agenda, which is bylaws, and we do have a couple of bylaws here today.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Mayor. The first one is our borrowing bylaw for second and third reading. This was part of our budget and has finally come back from the municipal board. We still have a couple of few others that are still waiting at the municipal board, hopefully coming back very soon. And this one was for the $3.5 million that was identified for fixing previously hard surface roads that we had identified, such as Donald, Harold, and George, and then some additional works that were needed to them. And so I can bring forward the resolution for the second reading.
Please.
Resolve bylaw 6 of 2025 being a bylaw of the road municipality St. Clements to authorize the expenditure of borrowing of funds to complete the construction of road remediation works as amended be given second reading.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Bezrowitz, second please, or Counselor Sutherland, any further discussion? Hearing, oh, go ahead, Counselor Spicer, sorry.
So we're still in the estimated, section for the interest rate, correct?
Correct, because the interest rate will be established once we do the borrowing actually.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, have a mover, have a seconder. If there's nothing else, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, the next one is bylaw number 14 of 2025, and that is to close a portion of a road.
Oh, sorry, Madam Mayor, we're gonna do third reading.
Oh, sorry, yes, that's my fault, sorry about that. Third reading for bylaw number 6 of 2025.
So resolve bylaw 6 of 2025 being the bylaw of the Rome Municipality St. Clements authorize the expenditure of borrowing of funds to complete construction of road remediation works as amended be read a third time.
Can I have a mover, please? Can I have a mover? Councillor Boulanger, second, please. Councillor Sutherland, any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? And that is unanimous for third reading, please. Okay, now we'll move on to bylaw number 14 of 2025, and that is to close a portion of a municipal road.
Correct, Madam Mayor. And so this is the part where I had mentioned earlier, it's that municipal road, which is bylaw 9 of 2025, which is to close a portion of Arena Road there because of the odd curve in the thing, which wasn't consistent to the actual straight line as to how it was built. And there was an error by the surveyor, that error has been corrected, and so we're just passing the bylaw. We did check with legal, and we don't have to go and have a public hearing because the intent and the purpose of this was still the same. So we're doing second and third reading again. We're second reading today and third reading later.
So you're not really closing it, you're just saying it's going a different way, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, and we're doing first and second.
First and second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
First and second today, but we won't be, we'll do the third on that.
next meeting,
Okay, so I'll read off the,
please.
so you have to close a part of the right of way and then we open the other part of the right of way so that it fixes it, and then the part that is closed becomes part of land that was sold off.
Oh, okay, okay, now it makes sense.
So, resolve bylaw 14 of 2025 being a bylaw of the Rome Municipality of St. Clements to close Arena Road be given first reading.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarowicz moves, Councillor Horbis seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And we'll move on to second reading for the same bylaw.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. As mentioned, we don't need a public hearing on this. We'll go straight to the second reading. So resolve bylaw 14 of 2025 being a bylaw of the Arm of St. Clements to close Arena Road be given second reading.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Boulanger, Councillor Sutherland seconds. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Okay, moving down to number 8.5 on our agenda, we have another bylaw, and that's for the renaming of Rica Road for first reading.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So this is, as you know, that we've had this, we brought this forward earlier where there was the request from the resident and the council authorized the opportunity to change the road. So this is the process to change the road. What happened here was Rakia Road, RICIA, was actually, the sign was RICA. And that sign had been up there for many, at least a couple of decades maybe. And because of that, when the sign came down, we discovered that the wrong sign was put up, and it's been up there for that period of time. There's only 2 property owners on that property, on that road, and they requested for it to stay the way that it was misspelled in the first place, as they've gotten used to that as their road. So we are moving forward with changing that. This is the first reading for that.
Okay, so the actual road name is Rica or
Rica, R-I-C-A is the new name.
RICA is the new name.
Correct. And
Okay.
R-I-C-I-A.
Which has always been
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Okay, so we're just giving it first reading today, so if you want to bring the resolution forward.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. If I could just find my, be it resolved that bylaw number 15 of 2025 being a bylaw of the Rome Municipality of St. Clements to rename Rikia, R-I-C-I-A Road, to Rika, R-I-C-A Road, be given first reading.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Orbis, Counselor Bazarowitz seconds. All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, bylaw 16 of 2020.
Question.
Oh, go ahead, Glenn.
So why we only doing first, why are we doing
What?
first and second? And then see.
Because we have to have a public hearing.
Here.
No, we don't need a public hearing for this.
We don't need a public hearing for a
No.
street name change?
No. It's in my decision paper that I checked with legal to confirm.
Okay, so we could probably do the second reading right now too then.
And a third?
No.
No.
I just usually put first reading and second and third on the separate, different meetings.
We could do second and third in the next meeting.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
That's okay, it's
No,
fine.
we'll leave it as
Yeah,
second
where is
and
that?
third next meeting.
Okay. So the next is the annual line of credit renewal, Madam Mayor.
Go
And
ahead.
so this is our annual line of credit renewal. We hadn't completed it sooner for 2025, we didn't need to use it, but it is required, our bank is requesting to make sure that it's done, and by municipal act, we should be doing it, so we'll put it in there just to make sure that we're covered, just in case. We haven't had to rely on it. And so I have the resolution for that, which is resolved that bylaw 16 of 2025 being to provide the renewal of the annual line of credit for current year expenditures be given first reading.
Can I have a mover, please? Counselor Orbis, second. Counselor Sutherland, any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, we're down to 8. Oh, go ahead.
That annual line or credit renewal, what's the number on there?
Good question, as I recall.
6.7 million something.
Yes, it's the same as it's been every year for the last few years. It hasn't increased. We haven't had to rely on it, so we haven't bothered looking at it.
Right.
So, mobile home park fees, Madam Mayor, is the
Go
next
ahead.
item.
Yeah.
So, in the mobile home park fees, as you know, that the RM had been looking at doing this. Our previous one was established in 2016. It went to 2020, and it hasn't gone up. And in 2020 and 2021, council had decided to hold off on doing any type of those kinds of increases in 21 and 22. Sorry, and we did look at it in 2023, and then decided that might be an opportunity to do a full review. What wasn't increased since 2021, and in looking at that, what we're seeing is, in comparison to the surrounding municipalities, the average would be somewhere around $50 a month. Would be right now people are paying $44 a month, so that would be about a $6 a month. $6.67 would be to bring it up to the average price, which is the policy that was established in the past. What we're recommending, there are two options. The first is to bring it closer for 2026 to the $50 a month, which is with a 2% annual thereafter, which would be a straight $6 and so many cents increase. Or else we do an increase of $3 per year and bring it up to the appropriate amount, which would be $3.26 and $3.27, and that would bring it up to $50 a month with an escalator of $1 annually from 28 to 29, and then undertake another review at the end of 29. And our recommendation is to go with option 2.
Option 2, okay, go ahead, Councilor Boulanger.
And there's been no increase since 21, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
So we're gonna go up to the $50 and then go $3 a month after that, or the 2%?
No, we're doing $3 in 2026, which will take us to $47 to 44, and then another $3 in 27, which will take us to 50. As opposed to having our residents absorb the entire amount in 1 year, we're recommending to spread it over 2 years.
Okay.
And then a
what
dollar
happens
increase for
after
the,
that?
then a dollar
2%?
increase
Or
per year,
It'll be reviewed again by
and
the
then
council. if they
reviewed
so
in
wish.
29.
Okay.
And then, so in 28 would go up by another dollar, which would be $51 in 28, and then $52 in 29. And then at the end of 29, we should have another review done to see where we sit.
It's pretty cheap living.
It's a very reasonable approach. It's also stays consistent to the kind of increases that have happened in the past from 2016. And this is just an ability to bring it up. So there was the opportunity of going up to $6 immediately, but we felt that that was maybe seen as too high of an increase just to absorb in 1 year. But it's still up to council if you chose to go the other way.
Any news on whether recycling and garbage pickup is a viable option there still? Or no?
We'll negotiate with the new GFL, and I think we've talked to them in the past about it. Now there's a new owner for the park, and there might be an opportunity to have a talk with them.
It's just everything is in such straight lines, would it be such an easy pickup? You know, it's just,
Yep.
Um,
I think the challenge has been that they use large bins for collection.
My question is, administration is saying recommending option 2 and 6 months' notice,
Correct.
which brings us to July the 1st, and I'm not so sure that that would be a good date to start. With the municipal election just around the corner from there. Like, I don't know how the rest feel. I
Put it
don't.
90 days then. That's enough time, isn't it? 90 days, 3 months?
Certainly, we can do what council's
Whatever
wishes.
council wishes, like, I just don't like that July 1st date because we're supposed to be not
Introducing new things.
introducing new things after a certain date, and I'm not exactly sure what that
Around
exact
May.
date.
But
Yeah.
this is prior, that doesn't include in water, or what?
What?
But this is prior, that is, it's.
It could be, you could roll it out at that point, but it might be seen as a possibly influencing an election.
That's right.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't help.
Like, I would just assume,
wouldn't be a negative influence.
Exactly, it's not like it's whatever. Be nice to have it on January the 1st, it's changes, you know.
that's not enough notice for
No,
all the
probably not.
property owners there, so.
But I mean, it's been such a, we've left it so long and neglected, it was kind of council's,
There's such a minor increase anyway,
what's that thing?
such a minor increase.
Well, it's 6.1% at $3. 6.81.
Yeah, try to pay water in the city, you see, the increase.
Okay, what is the wish? Should we go with a different date rather than July the 1st?
Sure, you could shoot for March the 1st. That's 3 months notice, December, January, February.
If you get it out.
Or you want to go April, you give 4 months notice.
I would be good with April 1st, but it's up to the
April
council.
Fool's Day?
Mhm.
Okay.
What was the reasoning again for 6-month notice?
That was previously in the 2016, when the last time the bills were, and then the argument that was made by the property owner was that they, as part of the residential tenancy board, are required to provide 90 days notice at minimum.
90 days?
Well, then let's go with the 90 days.
Gives us time, if we choose April 1st, and make sure that we get it out there sometime in December. And we'll still meet the 90 days.
Everyone is good with that,
Yep.
gentlemen?
Okay, so I'll read the mobile home park first fees. Resolve that bylaw 17 of the bylaw of the municipality of St. Clements to set fees and regulations for mobile home parks within the municipality each of the first week. So we'll be bringing it back to next month with second reading and
Perfect. Can I have a mover, please, for first reading? Counselor Sutherland moves, Counselor Boulanger seconds. Any further discussion? Hearing and seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor, opposed, and that is carried. Okay, so I believe now we are down to communications for information.
Just a quick question.
Go ahead, yeah?
The waste, 9.2.3, the waste reduction levy we're getting back, 30K. What can that be spent on, or what account's that gonna go into? We get 30,885 back.
You said 9.2.3?
Yeah. 9.2.3. Waste reduction recycling support rebate.
That money goes directly to our expenses related with recycling. That's our sort of refund
Yeah.
as part of it. So it goes back to those charges and those expenses that were already there.
So it goes towards the landfill site?
Yes.
The land- Yeah, to
It's
do
all-
with that.
It's as well as the cost of collection of recycling.
It'd be nice, it'd be nice to, we're recycling, we're doing the right thing, and yes, it's gonna go back to cover expenses, but when you get that kind of money back, it would be nice to, try to have council come up with something that can go to something unique, like,
But it's not new money. This has already been a budget for to account for it coming back.
got it. I thought,
Yeah, this is our expense and we get a certain amount of rebate for that expense.
okay,
Go ahead, Counselor Spicer.
9.2.2. I'm assuming that's a partial payment? Or is that all
That's
we're
a
getting?
partial payment for the remainder. We're about just under $500,000 short right now for various things that have been held back as expenses. Like there's holdbacks for the works. So out of the $5.some million, this was the last of the payments. There was a $3 and some million that we received already.
Okay,
And then this one, and then we have one last little bit left for the expenses related with our DFA program. Some are related with Road 89 that we've had several $100,000 there. We have some costs with the other ones where there's holdbacks when the works were complete and we got 1 year.
so yeah, it was around 5 million and now we're down to about 500,000.
About that,
Okay, good, thank you.
approximately.
Are we still holding money back on 89 or do we clear
Yes,
all
we're
that?
holding back on the maintenance. We can discuss that a little bit later.
Okay, anything else under communication for info?
I could mention our sister communities,
9.4.2.
9.4.6,
That's,
Lieutenant Governor's Award to CAO Nickel. He received a very prestigious award. It went through a fairly significant process and was nominated by his council members.
actually, I think I was looking at the same one as you, Scott. 9.4.2.
4.2.
So is this Gull Lake Basement Management Board, is that for, are we talking about that, or is that,
Well, it's for information, because it was a letter that was sent to
Yeah.
Alexander.
oh, yeah, they sent a letter to Alexander about their gravel pit?
Active core is in the proximity of Gull Lake and Broken Head Wetland Trail.
Well, I talked to somebody about that,
You can talk in camera if you wish.
okay.
Anything else under the info? And I guess we had the invitation to meet the community or the school board trustees, and that's been postponed. that they've come up with a new date.
No, they haven't, not yet. Isn't that the one we were rescheduling? No, that was
I
it.
wonder if they got lots of,
Bridge
response,
schedule,
people
yeah.
want to talk to them or not.
Could
Maybe they did, and now they're trying to get this kind of a,
Well, I don't know, to me it was just a meet and greet, like there was no real like sit down time to face their, like coming as a delegation, like they would come to us.
I know, but you don't think a lot of taxpayers are gonna be.
Well, could
wondering
very
where
well
their
be,
tax and all that, but-
could very well be, so. Okay, we'll do the committee reports if there is nothing else under the info correspondence. And we'll see where we go from there. So council reports, I'm gonna start with Councillor Spicer today.
Alrighty, thank you, Madam Mayor. On October the 28th, I attended some governance training with the Manitoba Association of Watersheds. On October the 30th, we had an HR meeting for Red River Planning District. November the 4th, we had a Red River Planning District budget meeting. November the 5th, we had a finance committee meeting for Manitoba Association of Watersheds. November the 6th, there was a seniors housing meeting with John Q. It was a virtual meeting. November the 7th, we had strategic planning session with Red River Planning District. November the 10th, carrying on with governance training through Manitoba Association of Watersheds. November the 13th, Northeast Red Watershed District regular meeting. And November the 14th, we had an infrastructure committee meeting at the RMO East St. Paul. That's all I have unless there's any questions.
Perfect, anything for Scott? Okay, go ahead, Glenn.
On November 4th, we had staff appreciation. And November 13th, Red River Basin Commission in Morris. And that's it.
Okay. Councillor Horvis, what you got?
I got November 4th, staff appreciation, November 6th, Broken Head Remembrance Day, and November the 11th, Remembrance Day January, which I attended both functions with the Honorable Dave Sutherland.
Go ahead, Councillor Sutherland.
November 4th, same thing, staff appreciation dinner. November 6th, Broken Head First Nation Remembrance Day ceremonies. And November 11th, Remembrance Day ceremonies at Grand Marais, which I also attended with the Honorable David Horvis.
That's all you got, Dave?
That's all I got.
Okay, go ahead, Councillor Boulanger.
November 13th, the Red River Basin Commission gathering in Morris. And on the 14th, we had our first infrastructure, sewer and water infrastructure committee meeting in East St. Paul. It went really well and very positive.
Okay, and I'm gonna go back to October the 30th. I had a Good Roads Board meeting. The judging committee met before the board meeting and they determined the winners for the upcoming conference. Winners will be notified prior to the RMs. And the board met and reviewed the regular board items and finances. As has been determined, the Good Roads Banquet will be held annually in Brandon, so that will be on an annual basis now. It's not going to be flipping back and forth because of the way they changed the AMM conference, so the Good Roads will always be in Brandon in the spring. November the 3rd, there was an IMRA meeting. 6 municipalities were there and reported on what's new in recreation in their municipalities. All winter sports have started and are starting in the process of, and a number are working on plans for active transportation in the spring. I did get the minutes, but there were a couple of errors in my blurb that I had in there, so I gotta get Ian to fix those before I bring them back to council. So they're kind of hoping, I guess they're hoping that more municipalities will come, because there's only, like I say, there was only 6 municipalities represented, and it's a big area, so Ian is not sure how we can get more municipalities to attend. Like St. Andrews is a big municipality, it wasn't there. Rosser wasn't there, so it's kind of hard to plan for the whole area when you don't have that many municipalities there. November 4th, the special meeting that Scott mentioned, which was our budget meeting for 2026. November the 4th, the staff appreciation lunch. I thought it was very good, and I think that all the staff, they don't very often get to mix and mingle with each other because everybody's kind of in their own little area, so it was kind of good to see everybody there. November the 6th, John Q. Executive Committee meeting. November the 7th, we had our RRPD Strategic Planning Workshop. November the 10th, we had a JQ board meeting. A number of matters were discussed, some in open forum and for members present, and some were discussed in camera, and Deepak may have a little more that he may want to add to that one. And I attended the Remembrance Day service in Selkirk, and from the comments that I heard, everyone thought that that was the best attendance over the last few years. Like the north side of the,
South.
this side facing the highway was totally full. The other side was probably a little better than half. So there was a very good attendance this year. And November the 13th, the annual fundraiser for Red River Basin, the South Chapter. Don Lee was presented with a, I'm not sure what it was now, I can't remember what they said it was. It was for his commitment to the basin, and then of course there was a few of them that had, like Hank Venemus said a few words, and we did have some entertainment, which was very good. And that's all I have. Deepak.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'll provide you a quick update on some of the items that we have on our agenda that I provided in my report. So first of all, St. Clement Activity Center. The paving of the parking lot is complete, with the exception of a small area that's in the south side of the parking lot, where there was some water, and it was just basically the timing. They didn't they've taken the water out. They'll probably have to do some patching and fixing up that little area. It's further to the area, but all that entire parking lot is that. And also,
The path is not good, looks great.
yeah, and the path was complete yesterday. And the path, as I mentioned in the last month, I've seen people using the path as a walking path, even when everything else is closed. So it's becoming, it'll become more widely used as our lights and everything else start showing up on it. So they've also, they'll be putting in.
Sorry.
Pardon?
You go there?
Every now and then I drop by there to take a look at the progress, because on the way to work or on the way home, just so that I can make sure.
There was a rodent problem there too, is that been taken care of? Beavers.
Yes. Rodent, I thought you said road, sorry. Yes, we did have some rodent problems, and it looks like they've been taken care of, because I haven't seen any more trees cut down.
Quick question, Deepak. Just going back to that,
Parking lot?
well, groundwater coming through the gravel,
That's what they said was groundwater. I think what it was that we continue to have various delays and issues that continued on with that parking lot. And the day that they ended up paving it was the day that we had that first big snowfall that we've had this year so far, or this fall. That was the day just before, and so it was raining a little bit, and I think that might have caused it, that they didn't have, and it was rain, and as you know, our fall's been very wet, so as I've been trying to prepare, and that's the lowest part, because that part is where everything drains back into the lake. So I think that was where the water was coming out, so they have been investigating. We'll investigate a little further. in the spring, but they tell me that they've been able to get it dried out. It looks like more of a drainage issue than really groundwater bubbling up. I don't think there's an artesian well there.
That's,
If there is, then we'll be looking at closing another artesian well.
yeah.
But that would be really unfortunate. That means the artesian well is only a few feet from our pumping station that's pumping water into it. Let's hope that's not the case. And the sod has been completed all around. It looks well. And this warm winter, late fall has worked out really well. Wet and warm. That grass was very nice and it was looking like it was already taken. That's
They
really
also sprayed down the other new stuff, the green. It's
Yes.
All down already.
Yeah, so we've had all that. I know there's been some residents who have complained about that. I'm telling you right now, that's exactly what we do every year, and there is a warranty. The resident that's been complaining about it also knows there's a warranty. Somebody was complaining why we were doing the spraying at this time of the year.
Hydro seeding.
Hydroseeding, yeah. And so, along with that, the light standards are being put up there. So there'll be, as you know, that we added an additional 2 light standards in there. So it'll be a very well-lit parking lot and the area. As you will also be able to see some of the lights.
Solar lit signs?
No, large, like 20-foot light standards.
They have solar large things like that too.
No, these ones are gonna be, hydro's been brought in as part of it. The other is, sorry?
Wait a
Mary?
minute, I kind of lost something. Are they like dusk to dawn lights or how?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like street lights.
Yeah, okay.
And the gym equipment has all been installed, as you know, the nets, all that, and things like that. The gym floor's been multi-coated, and as we speak, Brendan is making arrangements to have all the furniture put in place into the various areas. And once the furniture is complete by the end of this week, I'm hoping maybe we'll have a discussion later. Maybe council can have a bit of a tour with the furniture there so that you can get a bit of a feel of what that place looks like. It's looking really good. And I think once we get the lines painted and so forth in the spring, that parking lot's going to look really incredible, much better. And then now from asphalt to asphalt, by spring we'll also have taken care of that little patch by CMR Railway that we've also gotten approval for. So we'll take care of that as soon as we can. There's time that asphalt is available to do that. So I've talked to Public Works about that as well. The other is the work that's left is very little now. What they're looking is the fire alarm system and various monitoring systems and our internet access when also that is. They're going to start going through the occupancy process with Red River. Now there'll be some challenges back and forth as there are in most of those kinds of scenarios, but we're at the stage of saying that we've been able to complete it. We're just in the stages of finalizing our green buildings variances from a LEED standards that was identified originally, and we're processing that right now with our construction manager. So I'm happy to report we are still within budget, and I'm happy to report realistically we are considerably below budget if we were to take a look at that this has been built in 2025 with 2018 estimates.
Very good.
So, and I commend that mostly a lot to our contract manager, Victor Klus. The other is service sharing discussions with East St. Paul for water and sewer continue on the service sharing joint committee. A meeting was held on last week, and that included Councillor Spicer and Councillor Boulanger, and we are having another meeting next week and trying to proceed as quickly as possible on the service sharing agreement. A copy of the agreements were shared with all other committee members so that we can sort of finalize something that we can bring back to our respective councils. Negotiations with Railway for the right-of-way have completed on the verbal negotiations, and we're at the formal request stage. So the process will probably follow similar to what happened previously, which is we'll get permission and then get into a memorandum of understanding with the railway as to where the location is and stay in good communications, and eventually sign off on the easement when the as-builts are done. The water and sewer capacity analysis was just completed on Friday. Haven't had a chance to review it yet, but I will be reviewing that as well, and that just gives us a better idea. We will be making the application to the Manitoba Water Services Board for a request to see if we can get our lagoon upgraded, now that we have multiple municipalities utilizing it, and hopefully get a chance to get, and we're looking at an innovative new solution, which I have some good feelings that the province might accept, which is the Lebanon system over the Sager system, which is about double the cost for the Sager system.
Yeah, that's good, we're looking at that now. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the sooner we get that rolling, the better.
Yep.
Because there's so much happening. Once we can get that in motion, and we know it's taken care of, we know it's,
There's more to share,
okay.
and I can only share that out.
No, yeah, that's fine.
So this should be, get us to our first phase of sharing and then move on to the next phase. Also had some good discussions with the RM of St. Andrews about the water going under the river, and I can fill you in on that one as we're in the middle of negotiations there as well. A summary of the activities for the month of October for emergency response bylaw. East Selkirk wasn't able to get their the FRS system updated in time, but Narrow and East Beaches did, and so I provided the stats for that. 10 calls in Narrow in October, and 9 calls in East Beaches. And animal control, we had 3 complaints that we dealt with. There were 2 at-large dog issues that they dealt with. Patrols conducted, they did 2 patrols, as well as they issued 3 cautions and 3 at-large summons. And the dashboard for our request for services has been provided as I've been provided in the pre. And as mentioned, now we're coming to the end of the year, so next year, by January, we'll be looking at real actual comparisons from this year's to next year's as to how we started off and how we're looking at improving into our dashboard as well as various other statistics. We have implemented the enterprise solution, so I can start designing special reports and so forth. I've met with the CAO from St. Andrews, who are looking at partnering with us, as well as Red River Planning has, and I will be having discussions with East St. Paul. West St. Paul, for the moment, have decided that they want to go in a different direction. And so those are our my monthly update. An additional update for council is that we're proceeding forward with our landfill cell upgrade or addition of the new cell. And it did run into some delays, especially with some of the rain we encountered at the end here. And so we had to get into transporting of our leachate, which was identified as a possibility in the project. And so we'll be transporting it to the City of Winnipeg to do it. An agreement has been reached with the City of Winnipeg. And the mayor and I will be signing the agreement, which is for us to be able, for them to take the leachate. So they just got into an agreement.
So because of the construction of the new landfill, the leachate can't go into our current holdings.
Yes, and then once the new cell is created, we're also increasing the leachate pond so that it can accommodate a lot more. But right now, because of the situation with the winter and the rains, that we have to transport some of it.
I saw a truck coming over there today, a tanker, and I was wondering what the hell was
Yeah,
doing.
so that's the leachate trucks that are going to City of Winnipeg.
Doesn't that make any sense? So we can't handle that here, is that?
Not in the middle of construction. That's the situation.
It can't go into our site?
No, leachate
It's
can't go.
leachate.
No. It's going to be dealt with very specific.
So we take it to Winnipeg and they dump it in the river and then we pick it up here.
Well, the
Well,
loop-
and it
It's what they're
costs,
not dumping.
and it costs a lot to take it to Winnipeg too.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet you just to truck it there is $600 or $700 bucks.
So did we know that ahead of time, or was this
We
something
did
that
know, we
kind
knew
of?
that there wasn't, I talked about it when we first went for the project, that we hoped that we could get it done in time, so that we did run into any issues of being able to do it. We did run into some delays, and because of that, we are where we are.
So if the contractor took the job, did they not, wasn't there not something in there if they couldn't do
Yes,
it?
there'll be penalty
They'll have to
clauses.
pay for some of these things?
There'll be penalty clauses associated with it.
Okay.
We also had taken this into consideration as part of the budget. And remember, 50% of this budget is being paid by the province
Yep.
for this entire project. So this is the $4 million we knew we would be under, as well as there's some additional things that are being done, like fencing and other things that we'll talk about.
Was there a
later.
while ago, is the liner down yet or no?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't.
can, we're meeting on December the 4th, and I plan to have this as part of the agenda for an update from Public Works. Okay. So that's my report, Madam Mayor,
Thank you for that.
and I don't think there's anything else other than for the rest of this week and next week, I'm sporadically available as I am taking family time for some things that I have to deal with. And, but I am available most of the time. I'm going to talk about my availability at AMM as well, in Canada.
Thank you for that. Heather, do you have anything you'd like to share with us today?
No, I'm thinking everybody's seen the Christmas lights on the building are up.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yep, for bringing that up. The new Christmas lights have been put up all throughout, and with additional, we added about 25% more lights for the same price.
And they look very
How'd you
nice.
manage that?
Sorry?
How'd you get 25% more lights for the same price?
It must be LEDs.
Yeah, they're LEDs, and the people that were putting them up, the price came in very competitive for the works. And we can talk about why they became competitive in Cameron.
Okay, with that, I will ask for a resolution to move in camera, please.
Resolve council recess the regular meeting and go into in-camera to discuss legal and personnel issues, and further be it resolved that all matters discussed will remain confidential as per section 83(1)D of the Municipal Act.
Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Bazarovic, second, please. Councillor Sutherland, any further discussion?